What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video, and in today's video we're going to be having a look at the Ultimate NECA Halloween 2 Michael Myers action figure. Again, like I said, this figure is brought to you by NECA. It's from Halloween 2 at the bottom there. It says Ultimate Michael Myers on the side. We just got a picture of the logo, and it says Halloween 2, and NECA Real Toys at the bottom. On the back, you get a few looks at Michael. It says includes scalpel, knife, syringe, hammer, opening pumpkin, and 3 interchangeable hands. Up here, it's got Halloween 2. It says, while Sheriff Bracken and Dr. Loomis hunt for Michael Myers, a traumatized Laurie is rushed to the hospital, and the serial killer is not far behind her. Very cool. So yeah, we're going to get this figure opened up, and then we're going to have a closer look at it. Alrighty, so here we have the figure out of the package. He does come with a lot of accessories. Now, before we get into the figure, we're going to have a look at some of the accessories. So he does come with 3 interchangeable hands. He comes with this is kind of like a gripping hand. This would be to kind of hold the syringe or the knife, perhaps. It's one of those types of hands. Then he comes with this is kind of a grasping hand or a relaxed hand, whichever you prefer to call it. You can have it kind of as he's lunging or something or other. And then you also have another hand that's like that for the other side. This would probably be for more like the syringe rather than the other one. The other one's probably for more like the knife. This would probably be more like for the syringe, as you can say. All right, now for the weapons that he comes with. Obviously, he comes with a scalpel. This is like his main weapon of choice throughout the entire film. We see him use it quite often. He does eventually, or at some point in the film, end up using this knife right here. It's more of a serrated, longer, thinner blade than the one he usually uses, like in Halloween 1. We have that. He also comes with a hammer that he kills the security guard, Mr. Garrett, with about halfway through the film. Would have been nice if it had a little bit of blood on there, but it's all right. And then he also comes with the syringe. Empty syringe. Because in the film, when he emerges from the darkness, he just puts it into the girl's head and blows air into it. All right. Then he also comes with a pumpkin, like most Michael Myers figures do. This one is particularly cool, though, because this is the Halloween 2 pumpkin, so it opens up like that. And you can have the skull sitting right there, which is pretty cool. It's definitely something unique they did with the pumpkin. I wish they did a little bit of a better job hiding the crack. But it makes sense, you know. This does open all the way up. If you do have this, I would be careful with these. This hinge does not feel very durable, so I wouldn't, play with it too much. I would just have it sitting like that. And then he also comes with 2 interchangeable heads. He comes with the Blood Tears head, which is very nice. I'm not particularly the biggest fan of this head sculpt. I was when it first came out. I'm not too keen on it anymore. They did do another version of this figure that came in a 2-pack with Loomis that they vastly improved, which I also have and will be doing a review of soon. But it's not terrible. It just it's a little bit too long and wide. It should be a little bit more condensed a little bit, but shape of the lips aren't quite right. I do love the hair on it. I love the little strands that hang out off the sides. Wish they were a little bit more pronounced, but it's all right. And then he also comes with this. This is the Ben Tramer head, if you will, which it's a cool little nod to Ben Tramer. I wouldn't say we necessarily need to have this, but, I understand why they gave it to us. It doesn't really necessarily match with Myers' jumpsuit because the jumpsuit's got all the bullet holes in it or whatever, but it's all right. So yeah, now let's move on to the figure. So here we have the figure. As you can see, the head sculpt, it's pretty much the same as the Blood Tears one. Looks maybe a little bit more fuller in the face, and I think the hair jets out just a little bit more on this head sculpt than it does on this one. Now, for years, everybody's debated what color jumpsuit Michael wears in the first 2 films. I was actually very curious as to whether they were going to go with more of a blue color or if they were going to go with a green color, which they did opt for the green, which is much more accurate. I'm very glad they went with this green color. You can see he's got all the bullet holes, and the nice part is they're like sculpted into the suit. They're not just paint, which is cool. I love the collar. The collar is very accurate. In the first movie, his collar is much more open. In the second movie, it's much more tight towards his neck. This figure does have a full ball jointed head. His elbows do bend. He's double jointed. So you got a joint there and a joint there. His wrists turn all the way around. He's got knee articulation. He does have leg articulation going this way, but I don't like to do it too much because it'll warp this kind of diaper thing that he's wearing, which I don't want to do. But yeah, he is a cool looking figure. And for comparison, hold up 1 second. I'm gonna bring in my retro cloth Michael from Halloween 2 there. And you can see they're quite different. The head sculpts are quite different. Obviously, with the retro cloth being much larger, I vastly prefer the retro cloth look. I think the hair is definitely a bit better. I love how you can't see his eyes. I feel like this is a much better sculpt, whereas this one's painted a little bit better. Obviously, they're very different in size. It almost looks like the retro cloth one, they opted for almost a blue type color. There's hints of green in it, like over here, but it's very blue compared to this, where you can definitely tell it's a very like dark green color, which again is accurate to how it was in the original film, right? See, I'm gonna pull him off screen right there. We're gonna take off his head and go try the different head sculpts. First, we'll try the Ben Tramer head sculpt. See how it looks like that. There we go. You get the Ben Tramer look. I don't remember the Ben Tramer mask being this white in the movie. It was definitely a little bit of like a silvery, shiny gray color. And he's walking down the street and turns around. He's just Loomis and them chasing him. Which, to this day, God only knows why he wouldn't just take off his mask and be like, "Don't shoot." Instead, he decides to wander his way into the road, and we all know what happens. And that was the end of old Ben Tramer. Now we'll put the blood tier one on. That's the one I'm going to display him with anyway. Seeing as how I already have another Halloween 2 figure that I can just have the regular face on. What should we give him? We'll give him the scalpel. Just to display him with. Actually, I think you put it this way. Oh, no, I had it right the first time. What am I doing? Yeah, he has it facing down in the film. Try to make it as accurate as possible, like that. And yeah, that is the Halloween 2 Ultimate Michael Myers. I hope you guys did enjoy this review. I would definitely recommend picking this up. It is a very good figure. Not particularly my favorite of the Ultimate Halloween figures. If you have the money, I would definitely opt for the Loomis and Michael 2-pack. I will be doing a review on that very shortly. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to subscribe and like the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.